see though on Nightblood, will Muddy and a Limb double duelist action after what we witnessed on map 1. I'm not gonna lie, I'm expecting these guys to just run around and kill everybody and make this a 2-0. Like, if they continue to play in the form that we just saw them in, they're looking kind of nice, man.
I'm here for it.
And we're on their map pick now. This is looking tough for Funhammers. I'm gonna be real.
Well, Lim, we saw him on the ISO previously. That's been handed over to Money, but great little opener there with Yoru. Basically, he's been around the world already, first turning up in Sewer and now on A-Long with that Sheriff. And there was a cross here through lobby, so yeah, a little aware of this. Jeez, a lot of good damage being done. Blast very low. You have to take this, though. You don't have a gate crash. Oh! You don't have a gate crash to get yourself out. Pardon me. Alim gets a second. Maybe unjustified pick up there. Funhammer's already down to 2.
And now Muddy just catches Pyro on the rotate. You have 3 players from NBG pushing through a lobby, which is about to be spotted by Tim. Can find 1 kill. He does that. Is so clean with the ghost. 2 tap down.
And again, Tim is in a position to do some damage now. Money and Win aren't likely looking for this, but no surprise to see them commit fully to the site with such a player advantage. So what would have been a window for the Tim does go begging. Corrupt has the 1v2 with this, but again, yeah, that double tap shield in a pistol round is very, very hard to overcome. It's
just that shield is too damn good. It was a good effort from Tim wrapping down through Sewer, but as soon as you're running into, Muddy with the shield up, miserable. And then obviously collects that kill. It was a good push forward from Corrupt, but you're just not going to win in that 1v2. This NBG team, they can shoot, man. They can definitely shoot, and they're 1 map away from maintaining their spot in the Swiss stage, trying to run it back, try and get into the playoffs.
I mean, it's worth just being reminded, there are some really quality teams that are even in a 1-3 position, you know, in the landscape of challenges in general. And we just saw in that first matchup, right? Shop Pyrobetti and Black have advanced. There's a lot of treacherous moments lingering. This is a bit of a throwaway for NBG.
Right, we're getting cocky. We're getting way too cocky, overstaying our welcome there.
Yep, and it's the classic Funhammers Stinger Death Ball. We saw this on Icebox on their sort of second round after losing the pistol. And it was about just as effective. NBG aren't ready for it, don't anticipate it. Are we playing Valorant anymore? Right. I'm not quite sure.
And what is the maneuver going to be now, my friends? Running 3, that's a little tough.
And, well, Money's Guardian brought into this round. Soon to be stripped from his cold, dead hand.
He is clean, though, man. He is clean with it.
Now, who is this guy, man?
He's kind of nice like that. But overall, though, I don't want to get too excited because that was a disaster, and they lost their round 2 after winning the pistol. We live in a G2 world where you simply just always buy stingers on round 2. You just never have pistols. Why not just run it down?
I love that we get this glorious display in slow motion. Yeah, I mean, all these setups here for NBG completely invalidated by a team who is just running at them full speed. Got to account for it, though, whether in challenges or any other tier of play. So now that Outlaw went over to Pyro, win with the Bucky, sat on the corner. I see. I kind of like the deep camp. It almost implies that it's a solo Cypher site. And so then maybe they don't check for this, but Quinn also... He's going to have his hands full. But get away with 1.5 and you're Gucci. Oh, you hate to see those. You hate to see those.
Oh, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. What? Kumi on the way. Okay, yeah. That's not funny. That's tough. Oh, too Money's just finding kills when he shouldn't be, but ultimately, it doesn't really matter.
Funhammers, thankfully, show some diligence in their approach to this C site. Clearing it with a stealth drone, revealing the player tucked nice and close, which is Quinn. And thank God they got us out of that one quickly. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, blasting a little bit of danger at the end there. A little bit of danger, but they've stabilized. Now, let's see how Muddy likes to use his kill contracts. Will you just rip this immediately? Will he save it for when a player on attack is planting the spike?
Oh, he
Seems
ended up
unlikely.
shooting the clone. Didn't even kill the clone. That's tough, man. He was full flashed. Right, so yeah, a kill contract off the rip here from Muddy. I mean, he's positioned to get the best
Cage triggered.
capture, I think, towards A lobby. But again, Funhavers are being pretty respectful.
All right, what is the move here from Funhavers? They have that gate crash going into Garage. Blast is aware that there are some Nightblood players pushed up towards A lobby, so that's going to further incline Funhavers to just go for this hit into C, but what a mess. They just can't find the trades. Delayed from Corrupt, but at least gets the one.
That's not going to force back some more of that attention. Alum, though, was already headed over towards the back of the C site. Clone left in his wake there in Garage. And gate crashes on out. Very effective Yoru play. Whittling Funhavers down to 2 players.
Actually decides not to. He was just going to rip it immediately, but just, okay, Muddy, we got him in the kill contract, though.
Last player standing.
All right, well, Tim does go down. Muddy
He wins.
picks up where Alim left off. I don't know how important you feel it is to rip a kill contract in like a 4v2, but honestly, I respect it because
Yeah, I mean-
the more of them you use, here, the best part is kill contract is like orb neutral because you're going to get an orb back for it. You know what I mean? So you're already on the way to the next one. Just use it.
Yeah, and I mean, you get it this early in the half, might as well lock up that round to a certainty. I'm not mad at it.
All right. Pretty stock standard round outside of that, though, in terms of how things played out on the C site. Rolling Thunder developed now for Corrupt. The defense side dimensional drift has been pretty important. Alum is very, very busy across the map, getting extremely active early. Kess again has gone for the Odin. Stick it. He has. Okay, Tim has stuck the TP in spawn, which is a bit uncomfortable for Kess being the solo A player.
And he absolutely knows that the Omen is going to be somewhere in the vicinity.
He is slowly stalking the Omen.
Look at how fast they are behind them right now. This is ridiculous.
Rolling Thunder comes down. Dimensional Drift sees the 2 players. Group tier blast around the corner. Oh, buddy, it's so messy. Buddy gets caught out there. Kumi just appears now in hell. Kess tries to go to work with the Odin. This is about as challenges as a challenges round gets. I'm going to be real with you. That is...
Oh my god. I mean, listen, respect to Nightblood for inting it down mid and immediately trying to wrap that A hit. And it was a good response, though, that Corrupt immediately doubles back, rips the Rolling Thunder into them. I mean, it's pretty funny to watch, but it was a good response.
What? I mean,
the aftershock, Muddy in the corner when he's trapped.
Muddy had to go there, I think, because of the Rolling Thunder. So it's honestly perfect. Like I have no complaints from what Funhavers showed us in that round.
Cutting through.
Oh, this is going to be a... Oh, geez, we are 5 rounds in already? Man. Aging at rapid pace. Oh, that was an easy pick up on a limb there, just deciding to show. Pretty exposed position to be when you're on nothing but a sheriff, I think, but pretty common to see that early kill fed into the Outlaw. Man, I really wish I had a kill contract right now, don't you, Muddy? He doesn't.
Oh, only 5 orbs away, though.
Yeah,
he could ace this round and have it for the next one.
He probably doesn't wish he had it either. Although I do want to see him like go into a kill contract with like a disadvantaged scenario. I want to see him kill contract run up with the Bucky. That's extremely based. Pretty sure I've seen Dre do that before.
No, you can get away with that. Honestly, they never expect you to just hold down W and run straight at you. Dude, so one of the I swear to God, sometimes it's scary when you're in the kill contract against a Stinger and that dude's just running right at you. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's kind of scary.
You know he's gonna tank the first hit as well because of the double tap. you're just bricking. All right, so this kind of round here, we already see very large amounts of money on most of these Funhavers players. Nightblood really don't have the ability to make them part with many of them. There's a sheriff or 2 here to employ in the service of our Lord and Savior, Korn. Blood God. He's going to be Nightblood. Now losing those sheriff players, essentially. He can run out of the map. No, buddy, he's done it to him. Oh, he's absolutely done it to them. Get out with the guns in your lives, boys. Oh, goodness.
And he's getting closer to the ult and that damage. Listen, it's there's enough time in the half for that to matter, even though FunHaver's economy is really good. So we'll definitely take that. Tim and Kumi are still super low on money. The damage, it's worth it.
It's
Money is up
like
to
it's not-
9.
It's definitely not a here nor there, but better to come out with some kills than none at all. I mean, Quinn still goes down to the blast.
Honestly, I think
so
it's
that's
more
all fine.
important that he just gets closer to having another kill contract, if anything.
So yeah, we casually walk up A-long at the start of this round. And here it is. The classic goes with the most basic classic skin, in my opinion. Little T1 flare. So now we have proper weaponry for Nightblood gamers. I'm sure they're going to conduct this round very normally. Very reasonably.
They have that op controlling over towards
Back soon.
A long. FunHavers have been pretty content to play things slower in the early rounds and just wait out any aggression. This dimensional drift is going to clear out B, so
Here.
they know that the site is not occupied by any defenders, can get the free plant down, get into this retake where they have a Hunter's Fury. So they're set up somewhat nicely here. Wow, they're actually... Oh, no, that's Cass, sorry. He's just ripping it straight away and collects onto Tim.
Great catch. Omen now out of the picture. Still a veritable firing squad of FunHavers players watching mid. That's kind of it for the smoke and mirrors for Nightblood. I guess they could make use of the neural theft here, but that would require Joba to be back on the site. Instead, he's trying to push out of double doors. That'll be a neural theft, but not the one I was referring to. Now you got to push out. You've got to stop this post-plant scenario, but now you have an annihilation to add to it. As you can hear, there's not enough time for Quinn to do anything about it. Big ultimate's drawn out of FunHavers there in fairness, but it's an important round for the attack side team to win, and they land the plane.
FunHavers are off to a great start on this attack. Bear in mind, this is not their map pick. They've already lost that, but that was a well-played post-plant and just keeping it simple, getting all that information early with the dimensional drift. They forced Nightblood now onto the timeout. Got them that uncomfortable with the situation that they're finding themselves in.
I'm going to say it's been a tough day at the office of Quinn. Struggled in some of those just moments where they were left as an individual on Icebox. And here, haven't quite been able to generate too much action. We had to show this again, didn't we? That's unfortunate, but that was, of course, the save round where Quinn was the only player with a weapon. It was a Bucky, so that was all cleared, checked for properly.
Headshot.
Nightblood looking a little less clean. They do spend a kill. I can't believe kill contract is our narrative here. They spend it on a round where they were going to win it anyway. So unlike Icebox, they don't really use it to get like that crucial player advantage. I mean, God, on a map like this, it's so handy to have that extra player in the man-to-man, we'll call it here. And even with that nice Hunter's Fury from Cass, it's just so hard to break the post plant in that last round.
Let's see what Nightblood have got for us out of this timeout. The start
Buddy's been given the rifle.
that hero rifle, and it looks like he's intending on taking the fight to FunHavers. He's positioned right at the barrier on the B side.
The classic Quinn in the corner with the Bucky strat.
Well, let's see if he gets more value this time than he did the first. Okay.
Okay,
Hold
so
on.
that is interesting.
Drone broken.
Cleared early as a drone. Oh, he's learned! He's
Don't do
learned!
it.
He is advancing! Respected the special delivery. Got him. Kumi down. That's
Got
who won.
it.
All right, Joba also not too shabby. Sheriff connects. Now, Hero Rifle of Money has yet to come into play yet. They didn't really have any positioning to get an early orb, though, because I'm obsessed about the ISO ult.
We've been talking about it so much, but with
Listen,
good reason.
I would say
Listen,
it's like a storyline light game outside of the potential for being eliminated.
elimination, yeah, all that. All
I'm
right,
not above it.
buddy, rushing it in there, shut down. I was hoping to see some kind of kill with a little shock dart combo with the ISO, but didn't pan out.
Kess is about to do the very thinkable. He's going to swing and dive. High low set.
Astoundingly thinkable.
This is extremely whelming moment.
Yeah, did walk away as whelmed as ever, really. It's not particularly thrilling. But this is the round where things will be playing out for Nightblood. As far as what did they plan in that timeout? What is the move? What is the adjustment? Is it a limb with the operator? Is it Kess with the Odin? Both positioned over towards A.
Loves this spray into lobby early round by the looks of things. I like that Tejo Salvos actually pushed Kess off that line. Damn, the TP forward. All right, I respect that from Tim. Bro's got stoned. He's on that A side entirely now, but Alim is nipping at the heels and also dropped the spike carrier. But they don't know Tim is here, surely. So a double back for Tim should be easy enough to...
Bro! You're in! Oh my god, I was watching that thinking, well, surely he's going to teleport out of this, right? Surely he's just risking it for the last second shot.
All right, kill contract.
Wait, did he get Kumi?
Kill contract.
No, he didn't. He got the guy with a rifle.
All right, Corrupt
It doesn't
down.
matter.
We are 7 for 0 on kill contracts today. You know what? Yeah, you throw the neural theft in. Make sure you know where Kumi's playing. All right, contingency. Kumi.
So I saved it.
It can't be going down like this. It can't be going down like this, bro.
He clutches the round at 3 health. What a great round of Valorant. I mean, it starts with Tim getting an Omen TP forward that can't really be anticipated. So that even if he doesn't die to that, aftershock, Alim is probably dead to the Omen backstab there.
You're telling me the replay operators we didn't catch that incredible aftershock placement from the breach point of view?
We'll get it for the timeout montage. We'll get it. I'm sure. Okay.
Oh my god, man. Lim continuing the sewer-related struggles and dies in the exact same position.
Yeah, this time at least not to a piece of avoidable util. It's just an outlaw that claims him. Not much he can do. Kess forced back here again. Second round in a row, driven off that line by initiator util. This breach Teo comp is getting a lot done for Fun Havers. And here comes Pyro looking to step up to the plate. Kess down and down the whim. Bucky does ring out. Okumi is on the site. Finds a no-scope there with that outlaw. And it's muddy. Back whence he came, he will return.
This is Nightblood's map pick, by the way. I don't know if you did you notice that?
Yeah.
I don't know if you looked over at the graphic and saw that.
I mean, I think nothing would warm the cockles of me art more than heading over to a Lotus map with how these two teams are playing. Very scrappy. Ready for a scrappy Lotus after this one. Yeah, that's the way things seem to be heading on this defense side. Nightblood have just struggled a little bit. But again, we are looking at the team with the double duelist comp. So they want a respectable staging ground at least before we get onto their attack side.
Lim has gone back to the operating well. Muddy walks down mid yet again, but this time entirely punished for it. The C site is going to be taken by Fun Havers momentarily, unless Nightblood tried to flood back into this. Lim at least wants to post up, given that he's still got the gate crash out there.
There's a gate crash behind him too. He's got an op in hand. That's a little scary. Right, if I would take it, the gate crash right there and then. Hear the shot ring out, go for it. So they know there's yeah, okay, that's cleared. Now what? There is a plan here for Fun Havers. It probably revolves around some of this renewable util, which will come online in just a moment.
Yeah, they're just, I imagine, waiting until they feel like that gate crash is going to have expired and then hit the site. So Dimensional Drift is forced out from a limb. Gonna get all this information. Joba catches one.
Nicely done. A second in for Joba. Kess turns up, of course, dragging the Odin. Happy now to find a use case for it, or at least that was the plan, but a paranoia played off perfectly by Tim leaves Senor Huynh in a 1 versus 3 to avert a 9-round attack side scoreline from Fun Havers. And I do feel as if the odds are against him. Would have loved an Odin there if we wanted to play that way, but there's Tim finding 3 in the round.
Straight into the double face. I think that was even synced up maybe with a breach flash at the same time for that 2-man backside swing where Tim just finds an easy multi-kill. I like how Nightblood played that. You know, they were at the man disadvantage, but they flooded back in after the dimensional drift was used by a limb. They got themselves into an advantage situation, and it slips through their grasp again. They've had a couple rounds now where they've been in the favored position, get the man advantage, and they just can't convert them. And
Feels like a really different Nightblood team than what we saw in Icebox.
I mean,
sum that up.
just can't imagine the 2 rounds is going to be enough, even if they start going on a run on attack.
Lim here will be posted up with the Guardian. All right, well, standing in the middle of... Oh, the util! Okay. I felt like there was the third in there somewhere. Reconsiders Owen Tim doing the TP board and kill thing pretty admirably so far this game.
Oh, how did he... What just happened? He just broke Quinn's ankles. What occurred? He just teleported straight up just behind him.
Quinn has, yeah, definitely been a little bit... The response time's been a little slow. Oop, not sure that was where he wanted that to be, but... Kess is still going to be able to get across. Phantom secured. Spotted out here by Kumi, presumably inside that dimensional drift. And now you got pretty standard post-plant positions.
Get that first tap. Kumi swings out, says, he's not on it. He's not on it. I like to just, I mean, they could just chill. This is, oh, I mean, it's over. It's over.
Maybe with a Phantom trying to do this. Okay, Kess. Has to stick here. At least a half. No way! No way! Come on, bro!
Oh my god, the .15. They shouldn't be losing that, but they do. So now Nightblood, they have a chance on the attack match. 3 rounds, pistol win, they can work with that. But they can't be losing that, bro.
There could not have been a more Nightblood versus Funhavers way for that half to have ended. Crazy stuff from Kess. And what a time to come alive. I like this position from Alum. Just knows that he's still in a weird spot, one that's not going to be canvassed by this util whatsoever. Lovely little tap and step. Great way to open things up. Yeah, Tim with the TP. Quinn just got pretzeled. And yeah, stunning clutch there from Kess in the dying seconds of the round. Plays that to perfection just when we thought he'd struggle to even hit a shot with that Phantom. So, pistol win, and you're on the road, Nightblood.
Now, Nightblood, they did win the pistol in the first half of this game. And then they lost round 2, and things spiraled out of control.
Too. Second half Icebox, same thing happened.
Do they clear this? Win does clear it, and he wins the duel. Great first kill. Bruh. Oh, am I casting with Vans?
You've got to give me
Am I casting with Vans silly right now?
I'll put it away. Pyro deals with win comfortably enough. It's actually Funhavers at least really locking down this B side of the map. Limno's gotten pretty deep on C, so they're going to feel pretty surrounded, but they still have time to put a double face together. Joba's maybe a little bit too slow there to convert that first kill. No opportunity to respond. Now, Elim gets his ghost on. Now, we are in the 1 versus 2. And it was almost as if Funhavers anticipated a move to a different site here. They're going to wrap all the way around. For Elim, it's going to be very hard to get any information about this. He just doesn't have a mechanism with which to spot Funhavers out early, except his own 2 eyes. And he uses them there and gets a bullet through one.
A nice little shot from Blast to win out this pistol, and now we will see if Nightblood Gaming can win the round 2 by inting at Funhavers with a stinger pie.
Well, we're definitely work for Funhavers, but again, like you've got to get up pretty early to pull that off against the team who does it themselves. This is just a classic push up mid here. And things fall apart a little bit once they get to this B side. And to some awkward moments here. I think, again, it's been a series that's probably starting to pull at the edges of your sort of mental capacity.
Oh, they're not doing it. We're not doing the stinger buy. We got the spike down. 10-3.
Yep.
We're not taking that risk, but we bought a Bucky?
Yep.
What the hell? I mean, listen, you can have, it's not like unheard. I mean, you can totally not buy the stingers. It's okay. I just kind of assumed they would. It's most teams are doing that in this situation now, but the Bucky? That's kind of crazy. What is the move here for win?
Well, they have full C site control, and I guess like a Bucky inside garage could be fairly potent. I think we're going to up for this. Okay, Tim just shoots them. There it is! The Bucky! The GOAT!
No way.
Never doubt my GOAT. Quinn with 2 kills there. Pyro, though, unfortunately can, well, reality hits hard, folks. That's the long and short of it.
He only needs 3 more.
Yep. 1? No? Okay.
No, that's tough. I wonder if he's in the dark cover. Just missile it. Yeah, that's tough when you're in those situations against Teo. It's definitely tough. Well, the Bucky worked. Imagine if they all had Buckies. Or maybe it's or 4 Stingers and a Bucky. Regardless, they were just saving to get the full buy on now. They did a lot of damage. Funhavers are going to have a pretty bad bonus buy. This is where they get the ball rolling with a clean anti-bonus.
That's it. Double Duelist comp now gets the chance to shine. Finally, guns in hand. Funhavers, yeah, you mentioned it's a little average. Well, they're not far from an Armageddon here, so it could be pretty impactful when we get down to some of these post-plant scenarios if we sort of get there, but C's been left entirely open. Bit of a gamble stack on A for Funhavers. They do get 2 players very deep over towards the A lobby side, though, and we'll have to see if Drover's heard any of this. Yep, now just whips around and great trigger discipline. Sees the clone go past, and he's been here enough times before that he takes an easy kill.
I'm just going to back off, play things safe. Multiple players from Nightblood pushing forward towards spawn. Allows Pyro an opportunity to get 1 back.
Stun is good. Alindo not affected by it and just takes a raw fight against Corrupt. There's the understanding, the tacit belief here for Nightblood. They got better weapons, but it doesn't always hold. Blast, though, of course, will be surrounded multiple angles. You need a Kess level clutch to walk away with this kind of round. First, we'll give it a tap. Revealed there by that Sova util, so now it's shooting fish in a barrel, folks. Only 2 guns, though, carried out of this gun round for Nightblood. Definitely not as clean as they would have liked it to a bit.
Certainly not, but at this point, round win's a round win, and they're going to be buying up to the max, no matter what the situation at this deficit. Here's the opportunity for Funhavers to seal up the game, though. Full buy, early Armageddon for Pyro. Got a lot of kills on the pistol, a couple there as well. Prime opportunity for Funhavers to get to 12, put Nightblood on the eco, close this out and get to Lotus.
Yeah, that's the plan. Get us out to Lotus, obviously another 3-site map. Should definitely expect to see plenty more Yoru there. All right, Blast will see this coming now. Revealed, though, needs to get on the move. Contingency thrown in, but only a clone behind it now. Lim gets into the back of the site, though. Beautiful. Gate crashes there, but Pyro is able to get the drop on the ISO. Might not be enough. Lim takes big damage from those wallbang shots. There's no more commitment for the defenders for now. Maybe they split here, at least get 1 player over to Garage.
They're going to play it super passive offsite. They have the Hunter's Fury to work with. So you can have 2 players swing while that's actually being rattled off by Kess.
Okay, Corrupt, not the one who was lit, so can give this a tap. But the odds of getting into half here, pretty low. And this is the money round for Funhavers. They've definitely dug deep into the pockets now, but having to deal with this Hunter's Fury and some of those other key ultimates coming online now. Very hard for them to deal with, but Kumi's going to push forward here, flash around the corner. Kess, this is dangerous. Has to win this fight, and he can't. Funhavers back into the game now. Nightblood, weird, awkward buy to try and stay alive on Haven.
That is an absolute disaster. Looks like we're headed to map 3. This is just going to be a terrible buy for Nightblood Gaming. They'd have to win here and then win 7 more rounds and then win an OT to take their map pick. They have looked all the way out of sorts here on Haven. Bizarre, totally different team than what we saw on Icebox. Really thought that with this double duelist with a Lim and Muddy that they would be just on a rampage here, but Funhavers have completely come to life. They've been playing very well with this composition. The team play has just been significantly better.
I mean, you start on the weaker side of the map with a comp that's a little weaker on defense. You lose 9 rounds, and then you never really get your economy going. You have like a round here and there with guns. You know what I mean? Like we sort of forgive Nightblood for losing a couple gun rounds here and there when they're in a good spot, but they can't really afford to here. The margins are already very, very slim. The 9-3 half converts into a really rough pistol round. That's how we find ourselves here. really unlikely we're going to get a fight back of the magnitude required for Nightblood to take the series here. So we are starting to think about Lotus. The Funhavers do just need to put a bow on this map.
Yeah, things are just like the fundamentals for Nightblood looked pretty solid on Icebox, but in a moment like that where there's one player pushing down long and 1v1s are happening and one guy has a shock dart out while the other is fighting, and then it's another 1v1, really awkward stuff. Funhavers have completely exploited the mistakes here.
Muddy just finds a gap in that early Tejo salvo. And finding nothing there over towards Sewer, Kumi's going to pull out with the gate crash. Set back more towards this A site. No need for the defenders to give that side up if it ends up getting hit. And dimensional drift here for Alim could be quite illuminating.
Muddy popped his shield over here and, well, now does also go down, as does Joba trying to trade. I was going to say that they're going to attempt to use that noise to allow the rest of the team to walk in to see.
Timing of blood! Okay, switch weapons, doesn't get punished for it because Kumi is there, and somehow the judge gets involved in the game. Now it's just Alim, star of the previous map, or one of them. Muddy obviously dropping 30 was pretty notable. But never had a chance to make use of that drift. Can still throw a middle finger up. It's Funhavers with that kill before this map is done. And now I have the 1v5. It has recovered Phantom in order to win the game, and the spike has been currently squatted upon by Corrupt.
I'm going to go ahead and say that this one is probably over. Funhavers, I did not know that they had it in them to just claw back at a map like this. Not even claw, they just came out and smacked the hell out of them. Like, what just happened? That